Welcome to the Heidi Thorne Show. I'm your host, Heidi Thorne, and in this podcast I share my real-world self-publishing and small business experience with you. Before we get started, I just want to remind you to like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe. Now let's get on with today's show. I just published another book on Kindle Direct Publishing, or KDP. That was an experiment in a couple of ways. It was a departure from my usual genre. It was commentary on my experience with crochet, a lifelong hobby of mine. It's titled Cradle to Crochet, Thoughts on the Crochet Life. It's available in Kindle ebook, print book, and audiobook on Amazon and Audible. I'll be discussing more about the shift in content topic and switching genres in a future episode. But for the moment, we'll talk about how I put this book together. It was also a test for the latest version of Kindle Create, KDP's free book formatting software. The software's ability to format a book almost automatically in terms of headers, page numbers, margins, and more is a huge advantage for self-published authors. This allows authors to concentrate on the writing aspects and reduces the hours spent in non-writing activities. It also has a preview function in the software for the Kindle ebook edition, so you can see how your book will look on a variety of devices, including mobile phones, Kindles, and tablets. Kindle Create formats your book content for Kindle ebooks and print books using the exact same file. It creates a .kpf file that can be uploaded to KDP for formatting either format. This is another advantage for authors in that it doesn't require two separate formatting projects. It can also create an EPUB file should you need it. However, you really don't if you self-publish on KDP. I'm thrilled to say that since I did a review of Kindle Create, one of the biggest issues I had with the software appears to have been resolved. That big issue was excessive hyphenation for words, which was problematic for the print edition only. In Kindle ebooks, text is constantly responding to how the reader is reading the book on a device. It adjusts to users' viewing orientation, horizontal to vertical, smaller or larger text, and screen size, such as tablet or mobile phone. This is called responsive design, and it works very similarly to web pages in HTML code. No problems on the ebook side of this equation for hyphenation. However, when Kindle Create would adjust to a print trim size, it would force fit the text to the publishing standard fully justified text that fits on the page, and didn't make any adjustments within each paragraph to accommodate longer words without hyphenation. In standard book formatting for print, these adjustments can be handled by book designers, sometimes done manually, paragraph by paragraph, using advanced page layout software such as Adobe InDesign. Because of the mess this hyphenation problem caused, Kindle Create was a less appealing print book formatting option for authors. So they might have still done their print book formatting in Microsoft Word, which is a nightmare in itself, or hired a book designer for the layout, which might be expensive. Even I worried that the print books I created with Kindle Create might be seen as inferior. But since I will die on the hill that self-published authors shouldn't waste too much time and money on non-writing publishing tasks, I just used it anyway. I'm glad to say that now, from what I've experienced with my latest book, this problem has been solved. How bad was it? In a book I did in 2019 that was 84 pages of book content, there were 284 instances of hyphenation. 284. In the new 65-page book I just did, there were zero. instances of hyphenation in the print proof that I reviewed. One of the other problems in the earlier versions of Kindle Create was widows and orphans. What this simply means is that one word or line is left at the end of the paragraph, or the top of the page, or the bottom of the page. A widow is a single last line of the paragraph that sits at the top of the following page. An orphan is the first line of a paragraph that sits at the bottom of a page, or it's a single word that sits alone at the last line of a paragraph. It's cruel imagery, but that's what it's called. This issue has also been addressed, though not to 100%. Again, comparing a book I did in 2019 to my most recent book, there was a significant reduction in the widows and orphans problem. In fact, the widows problem went from 10 instances in 2019 down to 3 this year. The orphans problems also had significant improvement, though not elimination of them. In the 2019 book, there were 55 instances of the last paragraph lines of one word, and 7 instances of a single orphan line at the bottom of a page. In this latest book, there were 22 instances of one-word paragraph ending lines and 0 orphan lines at the bottom of the page. Though definitely improved, my most recent book included many short essay-type subheadings within chapters, which could have helped eliminate the occurrences. More instances may occur in books that have chapters with continuous text, such as fiction. There is still no print preview in Kindle Create, as there is for Kindle eBooks. Unfortunately, you'll only see if these formatting issues have been resolved for your manuscript during the launch previewer function when you're uploading to KDP. I'm hoping this will be added to Kindle Create in the future. At this point, I think authors can feel more confident using Kindle Create for both their Kindle and print books. I have a couple older books done with previous versions of Kindle Create that I might want to go back and update the manuscript to address these issues, especially the hyphenation one, while the widows and orphans issues still need to be addressed. I don't think they're so bad at this point that it totally ruins the book. Check your own manuscript to see how it looks. If you don't like the way it looks, you'll have to format your print book yourself or hire someone to do it for you. I hope you found that helpful. And if you did, please rate, review, and subscribe to The Heidi Thorne Show on whatever podcast app you like to use. I'm on all the major ones, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you like the YouTube video better, all you have to do is subscribe to my Heidi Thorne YouTube channel, which is at Heidi Thorne Channel, and turn on the notification bell so you get an alert when a new video is up. I would appreciate it if you would share either the audio or the video with your friends on social media. My self-published books are available on Amazon, Audible, and Apple Books. All you have to do is go to one of those sites, type in my name, Heidi Thorne, and a list of all available titles will be shown. If you'd like to connect with me, my website is HeidiThorne.com. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. I'll look forward to talking with you again in the next episode, and in the meantime, have a great day.